Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Got it. 50. Hey, here I come. Here I come. 6-6. Pull it high. Watch out. Hey, Echo. Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is full and complete. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Slam. Quick the edge. Come. Check safety.
On second down now. Swift, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down.
Hey, exit. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Quit talking about it and bring it. 53 is the Mike.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Come on, set. 8-3.
They'll run on first down. French, and he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, it's French. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
18 Gator. Blue draw Corker. Check. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hey, Zoo. Leo. Ready?
To throw on third down, Alexander. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Keep playing hard.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On first down, Swift. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 yards. Rock it. Switch it. Snap.
Here we go on second and 12. And he fires one incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll set up to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On now is the Titans punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points, but on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you, so there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll try the left side. French. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
We got 4.
Greystone, Travis.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. They'll try the left side. French. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. He's got the hook up to Floyd. And down he'll go at the 25. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Swift. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, wahoo!
53, check 53.
Look at me, zipper!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
They'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're going to look to throw. And this is brought in by Pryor. 17 yards on that play for the Titans. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Silver. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? Come on. What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Set. 50. Plant. Hey, orbit. Ready.
Off play action. Alexander. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. He had a little bit of a turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps...
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Check 99.
General West.
Jim. Check 43.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they ended up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D linemen to make the play.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Come get some. He don't want it.
Go.
Mike, whoa. Hey, tight. So Mike's number one.
22 jet bomber.
Hey, check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And this one is right through. And thanks to his safety and 2 field goals, this is now an 8-0 game. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be searching to dent the scoreboard for the first time, now down 8-0 as they begin with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. A big one there for the Jags, 18 yards, 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Back to throw. Alexander. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Looking to throw. Alexander going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready? 90, roll. 6-6, bullet time.
On 3rd down, it's French. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it.
And that's caught inside the 35. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 81 yards.
80 weapons.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point safely through. And the lead is up to 15 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throw left side complete. That's Newton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake. Alexander. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Slant. Check 3.
Throwing again. Alexander. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Alexander. And he comes back with one complete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Got 4.
They'll run on first down. French, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Double time. 4 down. Check. 4 down. I got two.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Alexander looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Newton.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Bravo.
Off play action. Alexander. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 50. Watch the eye. Check the backer.
Ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead here. Where we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
It's brought in by Floyd. A big play that time for the Titans. 49 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, you got deep? Yes.
Yo, go.
That's me.
Let go.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Go now.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Sit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. He'll look to throw. Able to find Floyd. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down. And his kick is indeed good. And that's going to open the lead up now to 3 scores at 18-0. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Nashville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, Alexander. Throw left side complete. That's French. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They'll keep it on the ground. It's French. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check 9, check 9. Check 31, check 31. Get it.
On 4th down, Alexander. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready? Mike's 50, Mike's 50. All right.
Yes, yes.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 3. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The 2nd down pass. Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Coverage by Keanu.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Protein spell alpha.
Back to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Next to score, Titans 25. Jaguars nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Wahoo!
At the 29-yard
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down, Alexander. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? You don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost. We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Break. 5. General West.
Defense, give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check. Lucky.
Right back to him on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Alexander. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
33. Check.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They run the counter. French. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
I know you felt that one.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Newton. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Complete. It's Johnson. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Tonight's final
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that, a total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Titans, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.